Hello everybody. Today I wanted to do a tutorial on how to hex clothes. Today we're going to be working with the bows. First thing I like to do is get a plan all set and ready to go. So I have my notepad open, have it titled Petz for Clothes. We did this one yesterday, and all of these from 2 down are ones that I want to do. So I wanted to do this tutorial on how to work with 1, and then the next tutorial I'll show you how I do a bunch of clothes all at the same time. So first thing is first is to make sure you have a backup of your clothes that you want to hex work with. I already got my pink bow all backed up, so in case anything goes wrong, I have that in there. So now I'll open up Lines Pro. I already have it open down here. I'm gonna make this window smaller so I can see what I have. So as you can see over here, we're gonna make this one. We're gonna make a gray bow. So I'm going to name it AH Gray Bow, and then the offset number is going to be 20001, and then it'll give it its own code right here, and I'll write that next to it. I like to get my numbers and names all set up before I get started because it just makes things go really fast and smoothly. If you're not sure what numbers to use, you're going to have to just kind of play around with what works for you. All those do is make sure they don't overwrite or clash with any other clothes in the game. So I'm going to open up my pink bow. There it is. And then I'm going to save it as what I have written over here. So I have AH Gray Bow. So AH Gray Bow. And save. And it's going to ask you, do you want to make it a new breed? And I do, so click next. And this is where you get to put in your number. So here I have 20001. And then it gives me this code down here. So I'll press finish and I'll just paste. Oops, it didn't work. Didn't copy it. So I'll just do 214E. 214E. There. Okay. So that's all ready to go. Usually in toys you have to change this, but in clothes for some reason you don't have to. So I'm going to close that and open up my game and make sure that I have another bow in the closet. Make sure it's not clashing with anything or anything like that. Open, there it goes. Alright, so here is my extra pink bow that I just made. So that's all good to go. Now I can go back to Lines Pro and open up now AH Gray Bow, open. You're going to go to the CLZ, close, click this. This is where we can change the color of the bow. Since I want it to match the gray sweater, I'm going to open up the gray sweater and see what number I need to change it to. Let's see, the color is 115. So do you see where it says color and then 115? So close that one. We're back on the gray bow. So now I just have to change the color of the bow to 1115. 115. Super easy to do. And these are darker, so I'm going to change the last number to a 9 to give it a darker gray color, just like it gave it a darker pink color. And there we go. So we'll save that and close it. And we're going to open our game and see if it is gray now. And it's going to look pink in the clothes closet for now still. That's our pink bow. And if it doesn't show up, it means that I did something wrong. This is the red bow that I made yesterday. And there is our pink bow. And it's gray now. So now we got to make it look gray in the clothes closet. So I'm going to close that. And I already have this here, but let me show you how I did that. So you open up the gray bow. Oh, sorry guys. You need to open it up in Tinker. So make sure you have Tinker downloaded. Open up the gray bow. So it has the bow, and all I did was I export it, and I pick where I want to put it. I just put it on the desktop to make it easy. And this is the one that I exported yesterday. It wasn't in a tutorial because I was rusty and I wanted to make sure that I knew what I was doing still. So this used to be pink, I just colored it red. So I'm not going to worry about exporting this. I just want to show you how to do it. So now I have to open it up in a paint program. I use GIMP. Open that. I'm going to copy this, and I have to make a new one where it's just a little bit bigger so that when I select it, it will it'll do the whole thing. You may or may not have to do all these steps. We want to color to alpha, make it transparent. And then I'm going to paste that on there, and I'm going to move it to the middle. And save as it doesn't really matter because we're not going to keep this one. So save that. I'm going to have to export it. And then close it because otherwise it won't let you select it how you're supposed to. So we're going to open it back up. And there might be an easier way to do this. I don't really know. This is how I do it. And I'm going to put it up to 400 so I can see it better. And so this allows me to select it, and it selects the whole thing. If you do it on this one, if you select it, it only selects some of it, so it just doesn't work. Alright, so we've got it selected. If you click the little square, it shows that what area you're working on. I want to work on the inside of the bow, so I need to go up to select and invert. Apparently it doesn't do it if you have it like that. So now the outside is red and the inside is workable. So now this makes it really easy for me to just select my paintbrush and choose the color that I want to do. So I'm just going to do like a gray color. And then I'm going to use the dodge and burn tool to put some shading in it so it's not so flat. So I'm just going to put some at the corners and some in the middle, and then I'm going to use the blur tool to just kind of blur it together. So it's not perfect, but it doesn't really have to be. Alright, so now I will need to invert it again, I think. And I want to copy it. Here, I want to delete this. And then I want to paste this bow back into here. And it's there. It's hard to see, but it is there. Alright, and then I'm just going to save. Make sure to change this to PNG. Export, export. And I will replace that one. Alright. So now I have my gray bow. And I can go back into Tinker. Open it up. This is the part that takes the longest. Just getting it to show up like that. So I'm just going to push Control and select these and delete them. And then I'm going to import the picture that I just did. And then I'm going to copy this and paste until it has 4 frames again, and save. Now we open up our program and see if it looks like it should. And there it is, our great bow. Dream seems very pleased. Alright, so there you go. That is how you change the colors of the bows. And some of the clothes will be different, you know, depending on if you're working with textures and stuff like that. But I will be going over some other types of clothes in other tutorials. So thanks for watching.